big streamers in there. And to be honest with you, this is something that Kai Cenat called almost verbatim that people will be criticizing him for.
A lot of niggas about to hate me after this, whether it's good or bad, whatever it is. A lot of niggas are going to hate me. Yeah. I can see the TikTok think pieces already. We don't get accepted.
Bruh, it's your platform. You don't gotta explain anything to anybody. Okay. What's going on, man? It's your boy Grubs. We back with another video. Today's video is about old Meezy, another John. Stop playing, bro. Let's get straight into it.
Here we go again.
What a genuine genius this guy is. Just literally getting everyone else in the world, all the other creators in the world, to be doing his freaking bidding for him and his advertising for him. And then you know who he picks? All the biggest creators. All the FaZe, all the that new Como house, all the AMP. He just picked a sketch.
Right on cue, after the announcement of the participants of Streamer University, we have think piece after think piece about who belongs and who doesn't. People are criticizing Kai Cenat, saying that there's nothing but BBL women in there, there's nothing but friends in there, there's nothing but celebrities in there, and there's nothing but big streamers in there. And to be honest with you, this is something that Kai Cenat called almost verbatim that people will be criticizing him for.
A lot of niggas about to hate me after this, whether it's good or bad, whatever it is. A lot of niggas are going to hate me. Yeah. I can see the TikTok think pieces already. We don't get accepted.
Bruh, it's your platform. You don't gotta explain anything to anybody. Okay? Listen. Listen, y'all get mad because this... First of all, I'm not hating on Kai. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, you know what I mean? I respect the whole idea of Streamer University. You know what I mean? It's helping a lot of other people. It's helping people, other streamers, you know what I mean, get an opportunity to grow their platforms and be bigger in the streaming world. And he also makes a lot of money doing it as well. You know what I mean? When he has like 50,000 people on, as you can see, that's like 50,000 people giving you $5. All right? So he makes over a few $100,000 during these lives and doing all of this shit. So he's getting it. And I'm not hating on that. Right? But first of all, Streamer University is not going to change your life. Okay? Streamer University, based on from what I see, it's not for people. Excuse me. It's not for people. Right? If you serious about this content creation shit, you know what I'm saying? This is for people, you know what I mean, who got a platform and a following already. Not for people who's looking for a come up and they just trying to get some quick bread, because that's not what this is gonna do for you. You know what I mean? And about the people that's complaining about who he accepted, man, for you don't need this shit. You know what I'm saying? If you can build your own platform and do your own thing and you make good content, this wouldn't be needed. Let's continue.
We didn't get accepted.
And I guess if you look at the biggest names on the roster, then maybe I could understand how some people are getting to these conclusions. But honestly, they are wrong. Not only are you seeing celebrities, but you're seeing big streamers, professors, people who have already had motion. But when you start to break down the numbers as to who is in Streaming University, you realize that, I ain't gonna lie, people are turning a blind eye to the reality of the fact. And it's probably based on the fact that they are jealous that they didn't get in. It seems as though the backlash is misguided. It's never supposed to be let anybody in university. So I think we need to break down who got into Streamer University and why people are hating so much. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. If you subscribe, I'm gonna let you into Omeezy University, except for the freak balls. Some of the freak balls, y'all can't be here. Now, back into the video.
Streamer University, is it not for streamers trying to make it? You're putting millionaires into the team! What does he need it for?
It's my
Is the audio supposed to cut out on this? Or is this my video? What just happened?
Streamers, Twitter. Oh, brother, these guys.
So it was part of the video. University, Celebrity University. Okay, so he was just complaining about how...
Oh, brother, these guys stink. In the aftermath of Streamer University's acceptance list, I've had to have my ear yapped off by nonsensical content creators, streamers, Twitter people, Instagram people about their think pieces and theories as to why that there are so many celebrities and big name streamers in Streamer University. This tweet says, I'm not gonna lie, Kai only picked like max 5 people who were affiliates or had a low following. Not speaking for myself, by the way, I'm partner. Everybody else was either either partnered or super known already. It was damn near 90% women also. This other tweet says, that's a damn shame Kai Cenat had all those people apply and come to Streamer University, only for him to choose streamers that are already well known. What was the point of acting like you were trying to find new raw talent if the talent is already famous?
He don't owe you niggas shit. What are y'all not understanding, bro? You know what I mean? Kai do not owe you niggas nothing. Right? You can argue about, yeah, he should have let so-and-so more streamers on. He should have let this streamer on. He should have let this guy on. But here's the thing, though. Right? You can say that. I can also say this, too. A lot of people who were making videos about how they were not let in, right? You guys are not consistent content creators, right? Because some of you guys haven't streamed or haven't posted a video and done anything in over a week, in over not even just a week, in over a month, and in months. How do you think Kai got to where he is now? Where he can probably not go live for months and go live one time and make hundreds and thousands of dollars. You know, at one point in time, he was streaming and going live every single day. And I'm not saying that a lot of these streamers don't have that work ethic, because a lot of them do. But there's a lot that don't. And they want the same results as this, right? But then even if it wasn't fair, honestly, bro, like, understand the overall purpose of why he's doing it, right? You know what I'm saying? This is overall money maker for Kai. You can't hate on that. He's making hella bread from this.
Famous people. Boy, confirmation.
And that's just off of the views and the ads. You know what I mean? Those hundreds of thousands of dollars from the people just watching the live stream. We're not talking about, you know what I'm saying, sponsors. We're not talking about promotions, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that on the video. So
bias is for some of these people. Look, if you only look at the most recognizable names, it can feel like only the big creators got in, the small creators got pushed to the side. And when people see celebrities, big streamers, and professors all on the same roster, it makes the whole thing feel more exclusive than it actually is. But honestly, this is where the backlash becomes misleading to me. People are reacting to the names that they recognize and not the full roster.
Did Kai Cenat actually ignore small streamers? 40% of the streamers that got accepted averaged 1 to 150 viewers per stream. So to me, I consider these the small streamers, and they made up 40% of the acceptance rate. Now, from all the people who averaged 0 to 150 viewers, 16 people got accepted, averaging less than 25 viewers per stream. Now, these are people
and that's being generous, bro. Come on now. Now, if you pull up the facts, see, I like this. Somebody who's pulling up the facts and actually showing the truth of the reality. Saying most of the people he's actually is letting small streamers in, but these small streamers that are getting in, they work and they're consistent. You dig what I'm saying? So they probably do deserve this promotion.
who were super consistent.
Not promotion, I'm sorry. They probably do deserve this opportunity to have their content promoted.
They have been streaming for weeks, months, maybe even years, and they haven't been getting much love. So the really small streamers are pretty well represented here.
Now, shouts out to that guy who put together that comprehensive video about the data behind who got into Streamer University and who didn't, because he confirmed what I felt as I watched the Streamer University announcement list live. 40% of accepted streamers had between 1 and 150 viewers. Now, in the grand scheme of it all, that's decently sized, but nobody would say that that's a big streamer. 18% had 150 to 500 viewers. 17.5% are non-streamers and people who only started streaming recently. That's 76%. That's more than 3/4 of the streamers being what we would call smaller streamers or just non-streamers at all. Only 4.2% of the people that made it were people who averaged 10,000 or more viewers. And I felt the same exact way when I was watching it in real time, looking up people go from 1 live viewer to 20,000 live viewers. So this idea that Kai Cenat accepted just the biggest names in the content creation space, the massive streamers only, that's just not true. Now, of course, you're gonna have the big name celebrities and bigger streamers involved, which we'll get into a little bit later. But a lot of the backlash is based on people reacting to those names that are huge and not recognizing the full picture. They can't see the forest for the trees. Is that it? I think I said it right this time. I don't know. But once the data shows that there are small creators, the argument then transitions to why not pick even more unknown people? That's where people are forgetting about the auditions.
Every time you with that nigga, I lose. I'm the one that gotta pay for it. But he the one who think he the man in Compton, cause he is. Now you gonna get off his corner, you gonna let his people be, or by all means you gonna have to find a new plug. You don't mean that shit. The fuck I don't. I built this shit, me, brick by brick, and I refuse for you to tear it down cause you don't like the way another nigga talk. How you doing, Kyle?
You did that.
You see, this is the part where most people are forgetting. You didn't need some sort of big platform to get Kai Cenat's attention. You didn't need a huge social media.
I just wish that, and I'm not knocking nobody's hustle or what they trying to do to come up, bro. All right, I get it. But look, let's be honest and let's live in reality, okay? Everyone cannot be a content creator. Oh, everyone can't. Some of you guys just don't got the consistency and y'all don't got the skills, right? And that's not a bad thing, all right? And as much effort as you put into these auditions, if you're really serious about content creation, and I'm not trying to knock nobody's dreams, put that same amount of effort into making your content every day, right? And connecting with your audience the best way you can, all right? And try to be organic as you can be, okay? And slow progress, slow growth and real growth is better than some bullshit growth. Yeah, I mean, or it's better than moving and feeling like you're getting nowhere, or building a platform that's just bullshit. Just something to consider.
Presence. The auditions were the opportunity for you to show your personality, talent, confidence, or something memorable. The big guy who performed the snowfall scene and the guy who arrested Kai Cenat, which I thought was the most funniest thing in the world, are perfect examples of these.
For here from the Amos Department of Corrections, can you kindly stand up for me? We're here to issue you a few citations. So you have two options. We're going to offer you two deals. I need you to hire me as the hall monitor for Streamer University. As you can see, I'm very competent at my job, and I've been doing this for a very long time. So that's one way to go, or you'll be apprehended at the scene as we speak.
Okay, I can't accept now.
They didn't ask Kai Cenat for a chance. They used the moment to show presence. And for the big guy,
But like some shit like that, I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah. And if you got a platform behind that to represent that, hell yeah, he deserved to get in. You know what I'm saying? But one doesn't match that energy.
specifically, that helped him get in. There has to be some sort of baseline in these auditions. Streamer University just can't accept anybody in because they wanted badly. Hell, everybody in that line wanted it badly. But somebody who was a part of the Atlanta auditions, think about if Kai Cenat let all 2,200 of those people in, 2,200 people from the New York one, 2,200 from the LA. At some point, come on guys, I don't know what people are expecting. This one tweet from Ari the Mermaid sums up the audition process, because I know people thought that was also a waste of time. See, this type of thinking is what I hate. It's not a waste at all. Being a streamer is literally putting yourself out there for opportunities. Most people don't even have that courage to do so and want to take that leap of faith to try. Showing up in and of itself was an opportunity for you to get content, for you to get visibility, and for you to network and create some type of experience. I know a lot of people saw an influx in viewership, whether it be on their short form content, their long form content, their live stream, just because they were doing, saying, or being around Streamer University. And at the end of the day, this is literally what being a content creator is about. Putting yourself out there in a safe and respectful way of yourself and others, but just getting out there and experiencing something totally different and new. And this is where the conversation for a lot of these people who didn't get in and are upset today gets a little uncomfortable, because they felt like they were a small streamer and Kai Cenat's not letting small streamers in. Small streamer doesn't just mean a random person who deserves some sort of chance. Small streamer means somebody who is,
Man, or y'all just mad because y'all niggas didn't get in. Y'all just mad because y'all ain't get in. Y'all hating. Y'all hating because y'all ain't get in, because he ain't pick you niggas. Over it. And bro, let's be real. You know what I mean? This goes out for any successful content creator. If you already got your own platform and you got an audience that fuck with you, you know what I'm saying, and you already built your own shit up, you don't need Streamer University to be popping or to have your own shit. You don't need it. For real. Just do the work.
has proven something, but just doesn't have the viewership yet.
I'm fucking trans, bro. I'll be transitioning OD. I was on TikTok live with all girls. Then I went to Twitch and then I had no views. Then I built up all guys, all dudes. I started doing girl content, risen. I blew up with that. The only people who consistently grow in content creation and social media are the people who can transition. If you can't transition, your career lifespan is going to be way more shorter.
This is where people confuse being small with unqualified. A creator can average under 500 viewers and still have years, and I do mean years of experience. They can have clips, community, editing reps, personality, and real content identity. Brayden is a good example of that. He started in short form, then moved to the IRL streaming with the girls, and then realized, hey, he's not gonna build a real community doing that. So then he shifted towards more of the personality being the product. This is the type of creator that Streamer University makes sense for. Not someone who magically becomes a creator overnight. Somebody who's been
Right. He went through the different process of it. You know what I'm saying? He went from, right, he tried different methods. Like he just said. Went from, you know what I'm saying, then doing in real life streaming, right, with girls and all that, realized that wasn't working, then tried more the personality. You know what I'm saying? Now he's growing his platform. You know what I mean? But he's tried different things and he's experimented, you know what I mean? And he's worked at it for a while. So someone like that does deserve an opportunity. Not someone who hasn't live streamed or hasn't done anything in months.
trying, adjusting, failing, and trying to figure out exactly what their content is. Even when I go and look for somebody who is going to be an undiscovered streamer or a next big content creator, I look at their entire scope, not just what you did in a year. Do you really understand the process? Did you hop into 2K and then switch from gaming to something more IRL? Did you do some talking head videos? Have you gone through all of these different things to understand what works and what doesn't work in multiple niches? And then once you understand that, you can make anything work, to be quite honest with you. And if you look at that, that's consistent about all the big streamers and content creators across the internet. Hell, even Kai Cenat went from gaming to pranks to stories to what he is now. And that path that he's got makes Kai Cenat one of the best A&Rs in the business. He's really got an eye for talent.
Kai Cenat put me on to Speed, actually. First time I watched Speed was when I was in the AMP house and Speed was barking in his room and he was sweating. And I think he just hit 1 million subs. And Kai Cenat said, nah, Speed is up next. And I'm like, what? What is this?
Speed was something different though, bro. Because Speed the #1 streamer in the world, and Speed doing tours in different continents and shit like that. You know what I mean? Oh, yo, Speed got... Speed shit is crazy, I'm gonna be honest.
He's just some barking in his room, shirtless, sweaty. He's like, nah, he got it. Look where Speed is now, bro. And Kai...
And Speed might go down as one of like the biggest streamer ever. With the way he's doing shit.
Cenat was right. He has an eye for talent. That's why the Stream University is so cool.
Kai isn't just looking at numbers. He's looking for presence, moments, personalities, and people who can actually handle attention. But even if Kai has an eye for talent, Streamer University is still not just a charity event. It's also a live stream event. And that means that the roster needs some sort of balance.
It is a business. And the type of people that were picked for that Streamer University, you could tell the catalog, the type of people that they pick. And it's no hard feelings against them. It's just a vibe, the energy that he going for with the 2026 class. It's like obvious, you can see. I kind of feel that sentiment, like, yeah, it shouldn't be people that are Twitch partner picked or people that already have some motion picked. But again, like, game is game. That's just simply how this always been.
I think that a lot of people don't understand that at the end of the day, there has to be some sort of balance that goes into all of this. Naturally, Kai Cenat can't have all big names and all big streamers. Right. He can't have all women. He can't have all men. He can't have all small streamers. There has to be some sort of balance. So when I listen to some of these criticisms of people when they talk about Stream University, I just feel as though they're not hitting the nail on the head. They're not seeing the forest for the trees.
Kai Cenat, we're not watching that bullshit. We're not watching Celebrity University. Why the f is Lizzo's, Geo? Like, what the f are you doing, my nigga?
Dream Doll?
Like, see, shit like that. Like, really, bro? Like, you that mad about it? I would never be that mad about it. Like, I wouldn't care enough to do that. And then I heard you got quitting their jobs. You got people quitting their jobs, leaving their hometowns to come do this shit when it's something that's not even guaranteed. And listen, I'm not knocking you chasing your dreams, but I'm like, yo, you need a plan. You need a plan that's solid, that you can form something around, okay? And let me tell you something. Dreams don't come true overnight. And dreams, when they're not fulfilled, they don't pay the bills. So you're gonna need a job, bro. income. You're gonna have to put in some work, especially if you don't got nothing from your parents. You don't got no kind of wealth coming down. No, you need to work.
I just want to give a message to those people out there that went and lined up. What you need to work on is your clout.
Professors need some sort of experience to bring attention and structure. The mid-level creators bring momentum, and the smaller creators bring discovery. That's the mix right there. Streaming University is not just who deserves it the most, it's also who creates the moments, who can bring the audience, who can teach, who can network, and who can make the event entertaining. Now, does that mean the mix is always going to be perfect? No. Some celebrity picks are fair to question. This one Twitter user asking, why is Lizzo here after she went from being a Grammy award-winning artist to where she is now, is valid. But I think if you look at Lizzo's career and what's going on in her space, especially with the last album, says it all makes sense to me. If you want to question a professor, I think that that's fine too. And some of the baddies may have gotten off of vibes and aura. Okay, fine. I want to ask, what would you do? A few questionable picks don't make the entire roster a scam. A lot of the anger feels like people turning rejection into proof that the whole thing was rigged. Some people are mad because they didn't get picked. Some people are mad because their favorite content creator didn't get picked. Some people are mad because they thought Streamer University was just going to be some sort of open door giveaway. But not getting accepted does not mean that the whole process was pointless. And it definitely doesn't mean that there should be no criteria at all. Look, Streamer University is not perfect. I promise you nothing in this world is. Kai can still be criticized for certain picks. But the whole idea that Streamer University is...
Right, but nothing in this world is perfect, like he just said, right? You know what I'm saying? Look at the NBA draft. Look at... We have millions of high school football players in this country. So many of them are talented. Do you know how many people I see on the street? You know how many athletes I've seen on the street, I've met, that actually had the talents to make it big, but they just couldn't. They just couldn't, well, because of an injury, place and time, or just not having the support. But no one says anything about that, though. Because there's only these slots for these spaces. And that's the reality of it. And it's not for everybody.
For big streamers and celebrities only. That's just not true. The roster has small, middle, new, big, and it has professors. The balance is the point. Look, I challenge people this weekend to go on Twitch, to go on Kick, to go on YouTube, to go on Rumble, to go on TikTok, whatever. Scroll down and look at the people who were on the smaller side that you felt like should have got in, or who criticized Kai Cenat for making a list. And then look at their content. And then look at how consistent they've been. And then ask yourself, is this person who is doing chess streams, who is very monotone, who's 67, do you think that they would fit into Streamer University? Do you think that this Instagram person who only has like 3 or 4 posts and they put in an application to Streamer, do you think that they deserve to be in Streamer University? This woman on Instagram said, at Kai Cenat, I thought Streamer University was meant for small creators who are trying to perfect their craft and grow, not people who are already famous and have millions of dollars in their bank accounts. I'm not even a streamer, and the choices made honestly upset me. It feels like a missed opportunity to give.
See, you already fucked up. I'm not a streamer. Why are you here? Why are you here? Why? Who cares about what you think? You don't know anything. You don't know anything about the community, about how this game works. So why are you even talking? People like this, I don't even want to hear what you got to say. I'm not a streamer. I don't know anything. Well, shut the fuck up. Just be quiet.
Hiring creators the exposure and guidance they actually need. If you ask me, this whole thing is a joke and a slap in these small creators' face who stood in line for hours. And when I scrolled down her page, I thought to myself, where do you fit in? Like, no disrespect and no shade to her, but like, you know, content creation is for everybody. Every facet of content creation is not for everybody. I just don't understand why people believe that Streamer University was supposed to be let everybody in university.
I can see the TikTok think pieces already.
It just doesn't make sense. Every school, institute, university, whatever you want to say, has some sort of
yeah, like nobody want to hear that shit.
Criteria. There has to be a baseline. And the ones who are actually ready for those opportunities usually understand that. For those that didn't get in, like myself even, this isn't going to stop me from creating content. This isn't going to stop me from being consistent. It may change how I do content, right? Especially if that's my end goal and I want to get to that thing. I'm going to study what's on this list. I'm going to study the trends that come up in the upcoming years, see who's hot, see who's not, all these different things. things, and then, oh, boom, make some pivots and decisions to fit my type of content better for that. But ultimately, I'm never going to stop learning and stop growing as a content creator. And neither should you if that's what you truly want to be. But if it takes Kai Cenat to say like, yo, I'm about to do Streamer University for you to start doing a bunch of content, get consistent, maybe post a couple IG pics.
If you're serious about content creation overall, at the end of the day, you're going to be doing these things on your own, regardless of Streamer University, regardless of whatever event is going on. You're doing it because you genuinely want to do them and you genuinely want to be the best content creator you can be. Okay? Not for Streamer University. Okay? In Streamer University, it could help you. God damn it. It could help you. You know what I'm saying? And as you can see, I need help. Oh, man. But listen, y'all. If you're serious about something, okay, and you want serious results from it, you got to put in serious work. Day in and day out, you know. I mean, of course, you got to give yourself a break. You don't want to burn yourself out, you know. But also, remember, consistency is key. You know, and through consistency, you learn and you grow over time, and then eventually you become better. Simple as that. Y'all stay up, y'all stay cool, y'all stay down, and y'all stay out the way. It's your boy Grubs. We out this motherfucker, man.